So Freely Ashley writes, remember this. People who purposefully misconstrue what you say aren't listening to understand. They are waiting to be outraged. Those who sling personal insults cannot refute your actual points, and those who have never created content will claim you just do it for views. She reshared this from somewhere on YouTube, and in quotations, she captioned her post, "Should I start creating content?" And then without captions, she said yes. I've been wanting to create content of a controversial nature, in the sphere of the intellect, let's say, for many years now. Now, Jordan Peterson came on the scene in 2016, and he is very temperamentally similar to me in a lot of ways. So with Jordan Peterson, he, being a very cautious person, always wanted to be extremely careful with what he said so that people couldn't take it out of context. And somehow people still find a way to criticize the man. This man is like the most careful, most lovable, sweetest, carefully spoken person that there is in the political sphere, at least as far as I know. And somehow people still find a way to take the things he says and assume that he's transphobic, sexist, whatever else they think he is, a Nazi, I guess. And when he is careful to express his viewpoints to avoid this misconception, then they accuse him of being wishy-washy and not wanting to stick to a point. They accuse him of basically refusing to state his actual beliefs so that no one can call him out on it. Meanwhile, what he really means is X. And for a long time, this got to me because I have always been careful to make sure that the things I say don't get misconstrued, especially online. You know, in person, it's a lot harder to regulate, to be that cautious about what you say. And even just today, I embarrassed myself and possibly made someone upset by making a political joke where it maybe wasn't so appropriate. But, you know, if I guess what I kind of realized is, instead of taking away the message that I had been taking away, which is, if careful, wise Jordan Peterson can't keep himself from being criticized, then I'm definitely not ready to get out there and start speaking publicly. But the message that I'm trying to take to heart instead is, if even careful, wise Jordan Peterson can't stop people from thinking negatively about him, then maybe it's not really possible. Maybe he'll nail it, like, in a couple decades. But for now, he's still, like, you know, people somehow come out with the wrong impression of him. So, you know, as Ashley says, people who purposefully misconstrue what you say aren't really listening. And this is my message is, yeah, if the best people in this realm of, you know, the sphere of talking about things that really matter and trying to get to the truth, you know, there's no one there who can really do it perfectly, so you may as well start. And so what if you make mistakes? So what if you alienate people? So what if you actually say things that are wrong sometimes? If you care about the truth and you're doing the best that you can and trying to learn from your mistakes, that's probably good enough. Maybe there's a little bit of a curve in the very beginning of you getting into things where you maybe don't want to talk too much until you've thought a little bit about stuff, but for the most part, yeah, just get started. And I want to throw one more thing in there, which is that what seems obvious to you might not be obvious to other people. Maybe there's something that you've learned that other people haven't learned yet. Or maybe there's something you see that you never really learned and other people would never figure out themselves because just something about your unique experience and way of thinking led you to a certain perspective that other people don't get. So just say what's obvious to you, because really what's obvious to you, other people can't necessarily predict it. So that's all I have to say. Thank you, Ashley, for your words of encouragement. As someone who has a mere 28 followers and has been desperately wanting to get into doing the kind of content that you do for years, you've managed to pick up quite the following in a short period of time, and it's because you just got out there. So I admire the work that you're doing. Thank you for the encouragement, and I hope everybody else is inspired too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me your valuable time. My name is May, and this is my Hideaway for Truth Seekers. Have a good day.